Hari Om. Om Shanti. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Madhavaya Namaha. Keshavaya Namaha. Aniruddhaya Namaha. Pradyumnaya Namaha. Rishikeshaya Namaha. Shankaraya Namaha. Om Shanti. Greetings to all the spiritual seekers. Let's touch in this divine production on migration of the soul. What happens to human beings' soul when it is within one body? When you are born, you see, our body is made up of 37.2 trillion cells of the different organs in the body. And our brain actually has many cells. 20% of the nutrients that we consume is used by our brain, although it is just 2% of our body weight. Human brain has 100 billion cells through which our senses, whatever the senses gather, the sense perception gets interpreted by our brain. Our brain, first of all, analyzes the energy received through our 5 sense organs. It interprets the energy first, which gets converted into ones and zeros for the true feelings, the true experiences that we have. So it is the actualized energy that the brain interprets, followed by information cascading within the brain, and then feeling because of the consciousness. The consciousness comes from our soul energy. Without the soul residing in our own body, you do not have that consciousness. So, what's the evidence that you have soul? It is your consciousness. You go through the same consciousness when you're awake, when you're dreaming, when you're asleep. Still, that consciousness is there. And the pure consciousness is that you forget about everything. Only the consciousness is there. That is the pure consciousness. No distractions from the external world. That is the pure consciousness. That means you are beyond your trigunas, sattva, rajo, tamo. These 3 are emanating from the material energy, that prakriti. For anyone to manifest, Purusha, the so-called soul energy, has to reside in prakriti. It means our body. Then only the manifestation occurs, without which nothing manifests. They are in the unmanifest form. Everyone in one's lifetime goes through one manifestation, and through and two unmanifestations. Manifestation is that you feel that you are in a body, you are aware that you exist. This is what constitutes manifestation. Unmanifestation is before you were born and after the body perishes. These are the two unmanifestation stages. What is the world most afraid of? It is the thought of death by some means is the most frightening thing in the world. And this has been going on since time immemorial. When someone dies, that means someone leaves the body on the planet. The surviving ones never think that their turn is going to come someday. This is the most astonishing aspect. They only weep, cry, go through many emotions when a loved one has left his body, not knowing whether we should become emotional or not. If one knows the true nature of human beings, what they are made up of, that means they have all the divine knowledge, the knowledge about the body, the knowledge about the soul energy. Then you would not become so emotional. Becoming emotional is very natural to human beings going through many worries for days together, months together, years together, just worrying about the loss of their loved ones. But if you know the true nature, we should not be going through so many emotions, postponing many things. Death comes to everyone. But you see, we are eternally existing as souls, parts and parcels of the Supreme Soul. Those who know the distinction between the body, that means that kshetra, and soul energy, which is kshetragna. Kshetragna is eternal, kshetra is perishable, the material energy and the spiritual energy. One needs to know the distinction between the two. Then that person knows everything. He is on the right path to get to the final abode of peace and bliss. So we were talking about our body has 37.2 trillion cells and brain has 100 billion cells. Brain cells are not renewable, and the other organs in the body, those cells are renewable. Our body actually undergoes modifications, shedding of all the cells and all, but you would not notice much. Every 7 to 10 years, almost 99% of the cells will be replaced by new ones. That means you have a renewed body. Thereby, our soul migrates from one body to another body within the body, the renewed bodies of the same body. No change occurs in the Purusha, in that soul at all. Never. Soul is influenced by the Prakriti. Your Trigunas, Sattva, Rajo, Tamo, they have tremendous influence on your soul. It all depends upon whether you evolve from tamasic mode to the sattvic mode and going beyond those three modes, then achieving that ultimate goal of realizing yourself and realizing the Paramatman. So, soul actually remains neutral, and yet it is very powerful. It is highly knowledgeable. It is blissful, peaceful, and happy. These are the characteristics of our soul energies. So, when you are alive, you are with your soul, and then you have this body. The body gives a shelter, like a house, to people. When the body does not function well, all the systems in the body, then the soul does not like to reside in this failing body. Thereby, it leaves the body on the planet. The body either gets burnt or buried. But the soul, it's not with the body. It will actually migrate into another new body based on your karmic reactions. It will get infused within a mother's womb where you will be born based on your karmic reactions. So, within the same body, it migrates into the renewed body when it is in a body, but when it leaves the body, then it will get into a brand new body in a mother's womb and gets born as a child. That's what happens in one manifestation and two unmanifestations, that is before birth and after death. The only one manifestation is you are aware that you are existing. That's only the situation. Okay? Dehinosmin. Dehinosmin. Yatha dehi. Kaumaram yavanam jara. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavanam jara तथा देहांतर प्राप्ति धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति तथा देहांतर प्राप्ति धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति This Dehi, that means the soul within your own body, migrates through many renewed bodies from childhood to youth, adulthood, and old age. It keeps on migrating without any change in the changing body. In the same way, when our body totally fails, not being able to give accommodation to your soul, then that soul gets into a brand new body. That's what happens. Hari Om, Om Shanti, Krishnam Vande Jagadguram, Swasti.